Dr. Walters is currently the director of the African American Leadership Institute, a distinguished leadership scholar at the James McGregor Burns Academy of Leadership, and a professor in government and politics at the University of Maryland. He also serves as board member of the Black Leadership Forum and the National Coalition of Black Civic Participation.
There's no such thing as moving past race. There is moving with race. But what that requires is an understanding of the dynamic. And that's why it's good for us to associate and assemble in places like this and to discuss this. My hope is that it brings about a greater level of understanding. The issue of healing has to begin with an acceptance of the history. And that's why I talked about the grand narrative of oppression. When you talk about oppression the way I have talked about it, it is an off-putting discussion for most people. For whites, it's a discussion that is an indictment of their history. For blacks, it is a symbol of embarrassment many times, that they are oppressed people. So part of the issue of healing is coming to grips with reality. We can live in a never-never land existence if we want to. That is not the route to healing. Route to healing is what? They said it in South Africa. The first word that Bishop Desmond Tutu used was what? Truth. Truth. And reconciliation. Truth. It just happened that they didn't go the whole way with the truth. But unless we begin with the truth, we can't get there. Now, finally, I think that we have to depend upon our allies in struggle. And I'm talking about whites and Hispanics and others who are outside of us, because the problem that we face in America is that black people don't control many of the elements of racism. So unless the people outside of our group get it, nothing's going to change. So we have to depend upon those to really understand this grand narrative of oppression, and to talk about healing as though it were possible through forms of restitution that are real.